Mic test, mic test. This is Thon Maker. How's everybody doing?
Hey guys.
Good. Hey, Thon. First question, just how eager are you for your first NBA training camp, and what are you going to try to get done here in the next few weeks in camp?
Well, I think I'm, very, 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 excited, for it. I can't wait for it to get going. I know that I'll be, going really hard no matter what, like I always do, and that's the same message I got from the coaching staff. Don't try to coach or whatever. Just let it all out. So for me, I'm very excited, and I can't wait, for these couple of weeks to go by and get the season going.
Yeah, you'll get some, your first, I guess you had summer league action, but this is going to be a little different, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. This will be the real test.
What have you been working on since Vegas, Thon, and what have you been trying to focus on, I don't know, whatever in your game, I guess?
I kind of had to get an up boost in speed in all aspects of the game, just to get it up to the NBA speed level. Whether in the post, outside, or whatever pick and roll game, I had to get that down. Defensively, we've been watching a lot of tape, with the coaching staff, especially the assistant coaches being on me about watching tape, and it's been great. And we've seen the results in the scrimmages, and I'm getting better. And same way in the weight room too. I've been putting in a little bit of work when we have time, but most of the time I'm trying to spend here and in the film room.
How would you say things have gone, in these pickup games and in these scrimmages? Just how have you meshed with your teammates and how have you been able to play with them?
I think I got more comfortable as the scrimmages went on. Each day I got more comfortable, both offensively and defensively. My communication level has, gotten much more, vocally. I've been more. I've had more confidence as the scrimmages have been going on, and also getting comfortable around my teammates, playing with them and against them too. So it's great for us.
How's it been getting to know Giannis? Has he given you any wisdom that he wished somebody had told him when he came into the NBA?
Well, yeah, it's been exciting, getting to know him because he's a cool guy off the court, and then on the court, very competitive. Same way in the weight room too, very, very, very competitive. Like he's nonstop, always in the weight room, and he's just told me just keep on working, and soon you'll see the results and you'll like it. So I've been able to follow him a little bit in terms of the weight room stuff. Yeah, the coaching, training staff tell me you don't have to do what Giannis does every time.
What was the biggest surprise takeaway from Vegas? What were you most comfortable with, and what were you that kind of boosted your confidence that you belonged where you are, and what kind of surprised you of what you need to work on?
What surprised me with Summer League is the fact that defensively I was noticed by a lot of people and the coaching staff. But then after, watching film and going over defensive principles, it just seems like put me back in Summer League again and see what happens. Like that's that type of feeling I had. So it's been a different person.
Thon, what about having Delhi as a teammate, as a fellow Australian there? And I know you might have a goal of being in the Olympics the same way he was here
definitely.
a few months ago.
Yeah, it's cool too because, like you said, he's a fellow Australian, and that's exciting too. And then to see him as a guy who won the championship, and I want to be a winner, I want to be a champion. So that kind of also gives me another tool to use in terms of asking people for advice, or just having him beside me on the court too. It's a big difference.
I apologize if I missed this, but
You good.
with John before, he was talking a little bit about how much the defense you need to talk, the communication. Has figuring out those calls, kind of how to do those things is a big. Have you been able to kind of grasp that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I've just been talking about that. It's gotten up here because we've been watching film, and the assistant coaches tell me, they're testing me in terms of the calls. We've been through them over and over again, and as the days go on, you can kind of see that I'm getting comfortable doing it, in the scrimmages, and then we'll go back to film and watch the scrimmages, and we'll see the same thing, and just increasing
Thon, what player do you pattern your game after? And for a successful season for you, what would that look like?
Who? Well, my game is mixed, like, because I take pride more on the defensive end, and then I let that lead to my offensive end. So I usually say a guy like Kevin Garnett, who's about to leave the league, and with him, he's just got a nonstop motor, energy, intensity, and talk. He's talking about my communication level, how it's going up. So with him, he kind of made sure for me that I respect the game whenever I'm playing the game. I'm never, playing around. Say in the All-Star game, I never take my foot off the gas and just have fun or whatever, lollygag or just mess around. Like, I just take it serious every single time. So because of guys like him, and then offensively, I always had the same similar frame of a guy like Kevin Durant. So I try to work on my aspects of the game: shooting, passing, dribbling, and the communication part too. I got to work on the offensive end too. But just to put it all in aspects, my game is kind of much more of a mix. Yeah.
You mentioned going 100% all the time. That kind of seems like what this team is. When you talk to Giannis, when you talk to Chris, when you talk to Jabari, that's what they're about. Have you found that to be the case here?
Yes, it is. It is. With these guys, they don't take their foot off the gas. Like, it's just nonstop. And even when they're tired, they always got to find another level. And that really, really, gets me excited too, because I'm that way too. So it's like just wait till we put it all together and go up against somebody else, and somebody who try to take their foot off the gas. Like, they're gonna see beasts, like something wrong with these guys. That's what they're gonna have in their mind. So for us, like, it's really exciting.